The hook, my new housekeeper was on top of me. When I woke up, her reason left me speechless. Sci-fi story. Alex slowly opened his eyes. At first, everything was blurry, and the morning sunlight hurt his eyes. But then he realized something. Strange. Something very strange. There was a woman on top of him. Not just near him, on him. Her long hair was falling over his face. Her eyes were wide, almost glowing, and she didn't look scared or angry. She looked serious. Alex froze. His heart was beating fast. What are you doing? He stammered, trying to push her off, but she didn't move. I am sorry, she said in a calm voice. I had to wake you like this. Alex blinked. His mind was racing. Who was she? He had just hired a new housekeeper yesterday. Her name was Mira. She seemed normal back then, polite, quiet, a little shy. But this was not normal. Why are you on top of me? He asked again. His voice was shaking. Myra's eyes looked serious. It's urgent, she said. You must get up now. Alex sat up slowly, confused and scared. He noticed something he hadn't before. Her movements were perfect, almost too perfect. She didn't stumble. She didn't hesitate. It was like she knew exactly how to balance herself on him without hurting him. Urgent? What is happening? Alex asked, his mind spinning. Something is coming, Mira said. You need to be ready. Alex frowned. Ready for what? I don't understand. Mira stood up and stepped back. Her presence was strange. She moved with a quiet power, like a predator, yet calm. Alex felt nervous. He wanted to ask questions, but he didn't know where to start. Why me? He finally said, Why are you doing all this? Mira's lips pressed together for a moment. Then she said softly, Because you are important. Alex's heart skipped a beat. Important? To whom? And for what? He looked around the room. Everything seemed normal. The sunlight coming through the window, the furniture in its place, his coffee mug on the table. Nothing looked dangerous, and yet his stomach twisted. Something didn't feel right. Mira walked to the window and looked outside. Then she turned back to Alex. You have gifts, she said. Gifts that many people don't have. And you don't even know it yet. Alex laughed nervously. Gifts? What are you talking about? I'm just me. I'm not special. Mira shook her head. You are special. And if you don't learn to control it, danger will find you, and it will not be kind. Alex stared at her. He wanted to believe her, but he also wanted to run away. Something about her voice made it hard to think clearly. It was calm, but strong, confident, and terrifying. I don't understand, he whispered. You will, Mira said. But first, you must trust me. Alex took a deep breath. He looked at her. She didn't look like a normal human. There was something about her eyes, something in the way she moved, that made him feel small, not weak, exactly, but out of place, like he was seeing someone from another world. You're not like other people, are you? Alex said cautiously. Mira smiled slightly. It was almost a sad smile. I am not like other people, but I am here to protect you. That is my job. Alex shook his head. Protect me? From what? From who? Myra didn't answer immediately. She looked at him carefully, as if reading his mind. Then she said, I cannot tell you everything yet. It's too dangerous, but you will understand soon. And you must be ready. Alex sat down on the edge of his bed, rubbing his temples. He wanted to scream. He wanted to laugh. He wanted to run out the door and forget all of this. But something inside him told him to listen. Something inside told him that Mira was not lying. He looked at her. Her expression was calm, but her eyes were sharp. There was a strange glow in them, like she could see things no one else could. And Alex realized with a chill that maybe she could. Okay, he said slowly. I'll listen. But you have to explain everything soon. I need to understand what's happening. Myra nodded. I will explain, soon, but for now, follow me. There's something you must see. Alex hesitated. But then he stood up. Something about Myra made him feel like he had no choice. And as he followed her out of the room, a strange thought crossed his mind. This is not going to be normal. Not even close. Outside, the world looked the same as yesterday. But Alex knew somehow that nothing would ever be the same again. And deep down, he felt both afraid and curious. Myra glanced at him, her face calm but serious. Your life is about to change, she said. And when it does, you must be ready for everything. Alex swallowed hard. He didn't know if he was ready. But as he followed her, he realized he had no choice. Whatever this was, it was bigger than him. And it had already begun. Strange signs and hidden truths. My new housekeeper was on top of me. When I woke up, her reason left me speechless. Sci-fi story. Alex followed Myra down the hallway. The air felt different, thicker somehow, as if the house itself was holding its breath. Every step he took echoed too loudly, and he realized the usual morning sounds were gone. No birds chirping, no cars outside, only silence. Where are we going? Alex asked, his voice barely above a whisper. You'll see soon, Myra replied. Her voice was calm, but it carried an edge that made Alex uneasy. But first, look closely. She stopped near the living room window. Alex glanced outside. Everything looked normal at first. The street, the parked cars, even the neighbors walking their dogs. But then he noticed something odd. The reflection in the window wasn't right. It wasn't just him and Myra. Something else moved behind them. A shadow, a shape that shouldn't have been there. He blinked. It vanished. What was that? Alex whispered. Not everything is visible to everyone, Myra said. Some things exist on a layer your eyes cannot see, yet. Alex shivered. He didn't know whether to be scared or fascinated. What do you mean? Are you saying ghosts? Myra shook her head. No, something older, something advanced. You will understand soon. Before Alex could ask more, Myra led him to a small room he had never noticed before. It was behind a sliding wall panel in the kitchen. The room was filled with screens glowing softly. Lines of moving code appeared, in shapes Alex couldn't understand. Some shapes looked almost alive. This is your protection center, Myra explained. And these are your indicators. Alex frowned. Indicators? Of what? Of threats, Myra said. She walked over to a screen and tapped it. Instantly, the code rearranged itself, forming a holographic map of the city outside. Small red dots blinked in different places. Alex stepped closer. Are those people? Some are people, some are machines. Some are neither, Myra said quietly. They are watching, always, and some have noticed you. Alex's heart raced. He had never thought about danger like this. His life had been normal, boring even, and now it felt like he was a character in a story he didn't know existed. Why me? Alex asked again. Why now? Myra paused. She looked at him with those glowing eyes, and Alex felt like she could see straight into his mind. Because you carry something inside you, she said. Something that can change everything, and if it is discovered by the wrong eyes, the consequences will be severe. Alex's hands trembled. Change everything. What do you mean? I'm just me, not just you, Myra corrected. The people around you, the world around you, everything. That is why I am here. Alex took a step back. His mind was spinning. Myra's words made no sense, and yet, something in them felt true. Suddenly, one of the screens blinked red, sharper than the others. Myra's eyes narrowed. They are close, she said. She moved faster than Alex could follow, typing on a glowing keypad that appeared from nowhere. The screens shifted, showing new shapes, new paths. Alex blinked. Who are they? Are they going to come here? Mira didn't answer immediately. Instead, she reached out and placed her hand lightly on his shoulder. The touch was firm, warm, and somehow reassuring. If they come, we will be ready, she said. But you must learn to see what I see, feel what I feel, and act faster than you ever have. Alex swallowed hard. He wanted to argue, to deny everything. But as he looked at the screens, at the red dots moving closer, he realized he couldn't. He had no idea what he was stepping into. And Mira. Mira was the only guide he had. The air seemed to hum around him, faintly, like electricity before a storm. He felt a strange warmth in his chest, something he had never noticed before, a pulse, a vibration, almost like energy responding to Myra's presence. What is that? He asked, his voice barely audible. Your gift, Myra said simply. It is waking up. Alex felt a mix of fear and awe. The world he had known, the safe, ordinary life he had lived, it was gone. In its place was something new, something dangerous, and yet something incredible. Mira turned to him and smiled, a small, mysterious smile. You are ready to begin. But first, you must understand one thing. Alex looked at her, tense. What? Trust is not a choice anymore, she said. It is the only way you will survive. And as Alex nodded slowly, feeling both terrified and strangely alive, he knew that nothing would ever be normal again. Awakening the gift, my new housekeeper was on top of me. When I woke up, her reason left me speechless. HFY. Sci-fi story. Alex woke up the next morning feeling different. Something was buzzing inside him. Not pain, not fear, but a strange energy he had never noticed before. His hands tingled like tiny sparks running under his skin. He glanced around the room. Mira was already there, standing silently by the window, her arms crossed. She didn't look at him with the same calm expression as yesterday. Today, she seemed expectant. You feel it, she said, almost like she was reading his mind. Alex froze. Feel what? The gift, Mira said softly. It's not fully awake yet, but it is stirring. That is why you are noticing sensations you didn't have before. Alex swallowed. He wanted to laugh, to deny everything, but the tingling in his hands was real. He held his hand up, flexed his fingers, and for a moment, he saw a faint shimmer of light flowing along his veins like electricity. What is happening to me? He whispered. Mira stepped closer. You are human. But more than that. Humans have potential, hidden potential that most never reach. You are beginning to see it. Alex felt a mix of fear and awe. Potential, like what? Superpowers? Myra smiled faintly. Call it survival advantage. Call it awareness. Call it whatever you want, but it is real. And you must learn to control it quickly. Alex looked around the room. The holographic screens from yesterday were gone, replaced with a single glowing orb in the center. This is where you will train, Myra said. It will help you focus your energy. He stepped toward the orb. As soon as he touched it, a pulse of warmth shot through his body. He gasped, stepping back, but Mira shook her head. No, you must not fear it. Let it flow. Humans are stronger than many realize, but fear blocks power. Alex took a deep breath and reached out again. This time, he focused. The orb glowed brighter, responding to his movements. The air around him seemed alive. For a moment, he felt connected to everything. The walls, the floor, even Mira. Good, Mira said. You felt it. That is your first connection. You are awake. Alex's heart pounded. He never believed in anything extraordinary, and now it was happening to him. But along with wonder came fear. What if he could not control it? What if it hurt someone? Mira seemed to sense his thoughts. You will not hurt anyone. Not if you listen. The gift is not meant to destroy. It is meant to protect. Humans were not weak. You were limited. Now, you are awakening. Alex nodded slowly, still unsure. He flexed his fingers again. A faint glow ran along his skin like silver threads. It felt alive. Suddenly, the lights in the room flickered. Mira's eyes narrowed. They are here, she said. The ones who are hunting you are closer than before. You must train faster. Alex's stomach twisted. Train? I barely know how to control this. Exactly, Mira said. You have potential, yes. But potential without control is dangerous. We have little time. I will guide you. For the next hour, Mira ran Alex through strange exercises. She made him focus on small objects, bending his awareness toward them. His hands glowed faintly, and objects near him responded, shaking, vibrating, even levitating a few inches. Alex was amazed and terrified. You're doing well, Mira said. Humans were never meant to be ordinary. You are learning what our species is capable of. Alex's eyes widened. You mean humans can be like this? Really? Mira nodded. Yes, but few awaken. You are one of the rare ones. That is why they are hunting you. That is why I am here. Alex took a deep breath. So, this is real. And I'm not normal. No, Mira said gently. You are extraordinary. And you will need every bit of it. The world outside is not what it seems. Some humans forget their potential. Some abuse it. We must make sure you use yours for the right reason. Alex looked at her, a mix of fear and determination rising inside him. For the first time in his life, he felt alive, not just alive, but powerful. Something had changed. And he knew deep down that nothing, no threat, no danger would be the same again. Mira stepped back, her eyes softened slightly. Rest now. Tomorrow we go further. And when we do, you will see why your life is worth protecting, not just for you, but for everyone. Alex lay down, staring at the ceiling. The energy inside him hummed softly. He felt different, stronger, but he also knew that the real challenges were only beginning. Outside, the city seemed quiet, normal. But Alex knew better. Something was coming, something big, and when it arrived, he would not be just a normal human. First contact, my new housekeeper was on top of me. When I woke up, her reason left me speechless. Sci-fi story. Alex woke with a start. The strange energy inside him was pulsing faster than before. He could feel it, like a drum beating in his chest. Mira was standing by the window again, silent, her eyes scanning the street. They are here, she said quietly. Alex froze. Who? Where? They've been tracking you since yesterday, Mira explained. And now, they found your building. Alex's stomach twisted. He had no idea what they looked like or why they were after him. But the energy inside him reacted like a warning bell. He could feel their presence, shadows outside, moving too fast to be ordinary people. Before he could ask another question, the front door shook violently. A deep, metallic hum filled the hallway. The sound was low, almost alive. Alex's heart pounded. Get ready, Mira said. Trust yourself. Trust the gift. Alex nodded, though fear gripped him like ice. He didn't know what he could do, but somehow, he felt different, stronger. Alert. The door exploded inward with a thunderous crash. Alex stumbled back as a figure stepped inside. It was humanoid, but wrong. Its body was sleek, metallic in places, almost like armor fused with skin. Its eyes glowed red, scanning the room, moving faster than a human eye could follow. Alex swallowed. What is that? Your first test, Mira said. It's not human. And it's not friendly. The creature lunged at him. Instinctively, Alex raised his hands. Energy surged through him, stronger than before. His palms glowed, and a Wave of force shot toward the intruder. The creature slammed into the invisible barrier of energy, staggering backward. Alex gasped. He had no idea he could do that. Mira's eyes were sharp, calm, but approving. Good. Keep focusing. The gift reacts to your will, not your fear. The creature recovered quickly. Its movements were unnatural, jerky, yet precise. It circled. Alex, analyzing him like a predator, then attacked again. Alex's body moved almost on its own. His hands glowed, creating a shield of energy that blocked the strikes. Sparks flew. Furniture shattered. The walls vibrated with the impact. Alex felt a rush, a mix of terror and exhilaration. He realized he was no longer helpless. His body, his energy. It responded. Faster, stronger, smarter than normal humans. Mira stepped forward, her own hands glowing faintly. She tapped the creature, and it recoiled, as if stunned by her presence. Focus. She shouted, "You can do more than defend. You can control." Alex concentrated. He reached deeper into the strange energy within him. The glow from his hands expanded, swirling like liquid light. The creature froze, caught in the expanding field. Its red eyes flickered with confusion. "You see?" Mira said. "Humans are underestimated. You are underestimated." Alex's heart raced. I'm doing it? I'm controlling it?" "Yes," Mira said. "And now you will finish this." He drew a deep breath, feeling the energy pulse through every nerve. With a sudden push, a wave of power shot from him, hitting the creature. It stumbled, then froze completely, falling to the floor in a heap of metal and sparks. The silence that followed was deafening. Alex's chest heaved. Mira walked over and placed her hand on his shoulder. "You did well," she said. "But this was only the beginning. They will not stop. And next time, they will be stronger." Alex looked at the fallen intruder. A mix of fear and awe churned inside him. Stronger? How much stronger? Mira's eyes were serious. "They underestimate humans, but humans can surprise them. You surprise them today, but they will learn. And when they do, you must be ready." Alex nodded slowly. He had survived his first attack, but he knew he was only scratching the surface. The gift inside him was powerful, but he had to learn to master it. And the world outside. It was far more dangerous than he had ever imagined. Outside the shattered window, the city looked calm. But Alex could feel the tension in the air, like a storm waiting to break. The creatures were out there waiting, and he was awake. He turned to Mira. "I want to learn everything," he said firmly. "I don't want to be caught off guard again." Mira smiled faintly. "Good. Tomorrow we go further. You will learn why humans are capable of more than even these. Machines can imagine. And when they come again, we will be ready." Alex nodded, his fear mixed with determination. Something had changed inside him. He was no longer just a regular human. He was something more. And the first real battle had shown him just how far he could go. The moral test, my new housekeeper, was on top of me when I woke up. Her reason left me speechless. HFY. Sci-fi story. The city outside was quiet. Too quiet. Alex could feel the aftershocks of the attack still humming inside him, the energy pulsing like a living heartbeat. Mira had gone silent for most of the morning, watching him carefully as he trained, pushing him to control the glow that ran along his veins. Suddenly, a loud beep echoed through the house. One of the sensors Mira had installed flickered red. A map appeared on the wall, glowing holographically, showing 3 blinking dots moving toward Alex's location. "They are back," Mira said calmly. "But this time, it's different. You will face a choice." Alex frowned. "A choice? What do you mean?" "These attackers," Mira explained, "they are not only after you. They are scanning the area. If you fight them recklessly, others will get hurt. The question is, Will you protect yourself or protect everyone else? Alex's stomach twisted. He had never thought about this. He had only focused on survival. But now, the reality hit him. The city around him was full of people, innocent people. If he used his power carelessly, he could destroy them all. They are coming closer, Mira said. You have seconds to decide. Alex clenched his fists. His energy surged, stronger than ever before, reacting to his fear and determination. He could feel it stretching outward, like a wave, almost as if it wanted to act on its own. A metallic hum echoed again, and 3 figures appeared outside the broken window. They were like the first one, but faster, smarter, more aggressive. Their red eyes scanned the room, calculating, ready to strike. Alex's mind raced. If he unleashed everything now, he could destroy them instantly. But the windows would shatter. The building would crumble. And people nearby could die. Myra's voice cut through his panic. Humans are clever. That is our strength. Outthink them, not just overpower them. Alex paused. Outthink them. That was new. He had been relying on raw power until now. He closed his eyes, feeling the energy swirl inside him. He imagined the attackers, their movements, their patterns. Then he smiled faintly. He raised his hands, but instead of a wave of force, he sent a pulse of energy outward like a whisper. The 3 attackers froze mid-step. Their sensors flickered as if confused, their systems trying to recalibrate. Alex opened his eyes. He didn't need to destroy them. He guided the energy toward the street outside, forming a silent barrier that contained them without harming anyone. The attackers stumbled back, unable to get past the invisible wall, and then retreated, frustrated and defeated, but alive. Alex's chest heaved. He had done it. He had protected himself and everyone else. Mira stepped forward, her eyes glowing. Faintly. Exactly, you see? Humans are underestimated not because we are weak, but because we are unpredictable. We adapt. We survive. And sometimes, we save more by thinking than by fighting. Alex nodded slowly, all mixing with exhaustion. 4. The first time, he understood the meaning of being human. Strength wasn't just about raw energy, it was about intelligence, creativity, and choices. Suddenly, one of the attackers left something behind. A small device, glowing faintly, pulsing with red light. Alex picked it up carefully. It wasn't just a weapon, it was a message. Myra's eyes narrowed. They know you are awake now. They are preparing for something bigger. Alex frowned. Something bigger? How much bigger? Mira shook her head. Enough to challenge everything you think you know about humans. And the world. Alex looked at the glowing device in his hand. A mix of fear and determination surged through him. He had survived his first battle. He had made a choice that proved humans could outthink machines. But the warning was clear. This was only the beginning. He glanced at Mira. Then we prepare. We can't wait for them to strike again. Mira smiled faintly, almost proud. Good. Humans are clever. Humans are strong. And humans are never truly predictable. Alex clenched his fists, feeling the energy pulse inside him once more. He had a gift, now a power that could change everything. But more importantly, he had learned the most important lesson. Being human was not just surviving. It was choosing wisely, thinking faster, and using every part of his mind and heart to outsmart the impossible. Outside, the city seemed calm again. But Alex knew it wasn't. Somewhere his enemies were preparing, watching, waiting. And when they came back, he would be ready. Not just with power, but with intelligence, courage, and the uniquely human ability to turn fear into strategy. And for the first time, Alex truly believed. Humans were underestimated for a reason. Training beyond human limits, my new housekeeper, was on top of me when I woke up. Her reason left me speechless. Phi, Sci-fi story. The room was silent except for the soft hum of the energy orb in the center. Alex stood, tense but determined. Mira circled him slowly, watching every move. "Today, you will see what humans are capable of," she said, her voice calm but firm. "Not just strength, not just reflexes, but perception, speed, and intuition beyond what you think is possible." Alex nodded. He had survived 2 attacks already. He had made choices that saved lives, but he felt unprepared. Every part of him was still raw, uncontrolled. Mira raised her hand, and suddenly the lights in the room dimmed. The orb expanded, glowing brighter, filling the space with a soft white light that pulsed like a heartbeat. Shadows moved across the walls, forming strange patterns. "This is your first lesson," Myra said. "See beyond what is real. Predict. Sense. Act before the threat arrives. Humans survive because we anticipate." Alex frowned. I don't know if I can do that." "You already have," Mira replied. "But now you will refine it. Focus on the energy within you. Feel it as part of yourself, not just a tool." Alex closed his eyes. He let the energy flow through him, stretching, pulsing, vibrating with a strange rhythm. Suddenly, the orb split into dozens of glowing projections, simulated enemies, darting toward him from every direction. His heart raced. For a moment he panicked. But then he remembered Mira's words, "Humans anticipate." He focused, letting the energy guide his reflexes. His hands moved, and each projection froze, staggered, then dissipated. Mira nodded slowly. "Better. Faster. Than yesterday. But now, control movement. Predict without thinking." Alex opened his eyes. The projections moved faster, splitting, merging, striking from unexpected angles. His first instinct was to react physically, but Mira shook her head. "Not reaction, anticipation. Think one step ahead, then another. Humans are the only species capable of this." He took a deep breath. He shut out fear, shut out hesitation, and let his mind flow with the energy. The projections slowed, as if caught in his awareness. Then, in a sudden burst, Alex directed a wave of energy outward, not to attack, but to redirect them safely into the walls, neutralizing the threat. Without harm, Mira's eyes glowed faintly, almost proud. "Humans are underestimated because we can see possibilities machines cannot. You just proved it. You think beyond reaction. You create outcomes." Alex smiled faintly, exhausted but exhilarated. I think I understand. It's not just power, it's choice, strategy, awareness." "Exactly," Myra said. "But there is more. You must also understand why they hunt you." Alex froze. "Why?" "I thought it was just because I was gifted." Myra shook her head. "Partly, but they fear what humans can become. The ones after you are not fully human. They were created to control humans, to suppress our growth. They know humans have potential they cannot match." Alex's eyes widened. "So, they're afraid of us?" Mira nodded. "Humans are underestimated. Machines and hybrids like them cannot predict human ingenuity. That is why you are important. That is why you must learn to awaken fully." Alex swallowed. The weight of it hit him. He wasn't just training to survive. He was training to prove something bigger, that humans, in their raw potential, could surpass even artificial or enhanced beings. Mira stepped closer. "Tomorrow we go further. You will confront simulations that feel real, that push your limits. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Humans survive not because we are the strongest, but because we adapt, think, and endure." Alex nodded, feeling a mix of fear, excitement, and determination. For the first time, he realized he wasn't just learning powers. He was awakening humanity's true potential inside himself. Outside the building, the city seemed quiet. But Alex could feel the tension in the air. Somewhere beyond the streets, the real enemies were preparing. They had underestimated him once. They would not make the same mistake again. Alex clenched his fists. The energy pulsing in him felt stronger than ever. He wasn't just human, he was evolving. And when the next attack came, he would be ready. Not just with strength, but with human ingenuity, strategy, and a will no machine could predict. Myra looked at him, calm but sharp. Humans are underestimated. But you will change that. Alex smiled faintly, a spark of determination in his eyes. The journey was far from over. The real challenges were coming, and this time, he would meet them head-on. Humanity unleashed. My new housekeeper was on top of me when I woke up. Her reason left me speechless. Sci-fi story. The city was quiet, deceptively calm. Alex stood at the window of his apartment, Mira beside him. The glow of energy still pulsed along his skin, his heartbeat in sync with the rhythm of the power inside him. They're coming, Mira said, her voice low. And this time, they will not hold back. Alex clenched his fists. He had trained for this moment, physically, mentally, emotionally. But training alone couldn't erase the fear gnawing at his chest. These enemies weren't just machines. They were designed to suppress humans, to predict every move, to exploit weakness. They underestimate humans, Mira whispered, almost to herself. But humans are unpredictable. Alex felt a surge of determination. He remembered every lesson. Anticipation, strategy, moral choice, creativity. Humans survive because we adapt. Humans survive because we can think beyond the obvious. The attack came without warning. The walls shook as multiple figures crashed through the windows and doors. Sleek, humanoid shapes with glowing red eyes and metal limbs moved faster than Alex had ever seen. Instinctively, he raised his hands. The energy within him surged outward, forming shields that blocked the first blows. Sparks flew, glass shattered. The room trembled. "Alex, focus," Mira shouted. "Remember, think ahead." He closed his eyes, letting his senses stretch beyond the physical. He didn't just see the enemies. He felt their movements, anticipated their attacks, and predicted their strategy. He moved before they moved, directing waves of energy that didn't destroy, but immobilized, redirecting them safely away from civilians. One of the attackers leapt toward him, faster than the rest. Alex dodged instinctively, then countered not with force, but with a pulse of energy that made the intruder stumble. Frozen in midair, Myra's voice cut through the chaos. "Use their assumptions against them. They think humans are weak. They are wrong." Alex smiled faintly. That was it. That was the advantage humans always had: imagination, creativity, and unpredictability. He didn't just react. He created traps. He guided the attackers into the apartment's broken structure, using debris as barriers. Each move was precise, smart, careful. But one of the intruders was different, larger, faster, almost sentient in its attack patterns. It lunged at him, ignoring the energy waves. Alex felt fear spike inside him, raw, unfiltered. But he didn't let it control him. Instead, he thought, think faster. Move smarter. Human advantage. He dropped to the floor, rolling under the attack, and redirected the energy around the intruder. Like a river, the enemy was thrown against the wall, stunned but unharmed. Alex realized something incredible. He could not only control energy, he could shape it, bend it to his will. "Good," Mira shouted. "Humans are underestimated because we don't rely on rules. You are proving it." Alex's confidence surged. He rose, energy pulsing stronger than ever. With a final calculated push, he created a field that contained all the intruders without harming them. They struggled, but they could not break free. He stood panting, glowing with energy. Mira approached. "You did it," she said softly. "You are awake, not just with power, but with human intelligence, courage, and strategy." That is what makes humans dangerous, Alex nodded. They will come back. But now they know humans are unpredictable. Humans can outthink them. Humans are stronger than they ever imagined. Mira smiled faintly. Yes, and that is why you are important, not just for yourself, but for every human out there who doesn't yet realize their potential. Outside, the city looked calm again. But Alex could feel it, the tension, the anticipation of the next attack. Somewhere the enemies were regrouping, calculating, planning. They had underestimated humans once. They would not make the same mistake again. Alex clenched his fists. Energy hummed along his skin. He had survived. He had protected lives. He had outsmarted impossible odds. And he had done it. As a human, Mira stepped beside him. Humans are underestimated, she said quietly. But humans can surpass anything designed to control them. That is your gift, Alex. That is humanity's gift. Alex looked at her, a spark of determination in his eyes. Then we keep going. We train, we prepare, and when they come again, we show them exactly what humans are capable of. And for the first time, Alex truly believed it. Humans were not weak. Humans were clever. Humans were adaptable. Humans could survive anything. The city was quiet, but Alex knew the war was just beginning. And when it came, he would be ready not just with power, but with the unpredictable, unstoppable strength of humanity itself.